So, according to The Hill here, the Democratic Party's favorability, the Democratic Party's favorability, it's record low, a new poll suggests. Could it get any lower? I thought all the memes and all the screaming and yelling and chanting and the protests outside over USAID and what bathrooms to use. I thought that would have cultivated more people. Oh, we got to censor more people. Why aren't you loving my party? So it goes on to say the Democrats' party favorability rating has hit a new record low, according to a CNN survey released Sunday. The survey conducted March 6 to 9 shows 54% of surveyed U.S. adults said they had an unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party, while 29% said they have a favorable opinion of the Democratic Party, and 16% said they have no opinion. That represents a shift from early January, before President Trump was sworn into office for the second time, when 48% of the survey respondents said they had an unfavorable opinion of the Democrats, 33% said they had a favorable opinion, and 17% said they had no opinion. I'm pretty sure those no opinion percentages are the celebrities that are calling their agents right now. Hey, there's a policy coming out about immigrants, and in order to get this new Marvel movie, I need to know what side I need to be on. Those are the career actors and actresses that, calling their agents to figure out what side to be on. In late October, ahead of the 2024 election, a survey of registered voters included 51% of respondents with an unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party, 39% with a favorable opinion, and 10% with no opinion. The year before, in October 2023, a survey showed 50% of U.S. adults had an unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party, while 37% had a favorable opinion and 11% had no opinion. Meanwhile, the Republican Party's favorability rating remains unchanged from January at 36%. So that's kind of funny. That's kind of hilarious that the Democratic Party is losing to a losing party. They're losing to a losing party at 36%. The Republican Party, and they can't even beat that. They can't even beat that. Why? Because the Democratic Party is not. They're not fighting for anything. They have nothing. All they have is wokeism, virtue signaling, and screaming at you. That's all they have. They're not fighting for Medicare. They're not fighting for workers. They're not fighting. Everything that Joe Biden's done has been against the workers. He didn't run on a public option. He crushed unions. He went after protesters. They're censoring people. They're not for the working class whatsoever. And that's why they're losing to a losing party. While the unfavorability rating ticked up from 44% in January to 48% in March survey. In October 2024, 49% of registered voters had an unfavorable opinion of the GOP, while 40% had a favorable opinion. In October 2023, 52% of U.S. adults had an unfavorable opinion of the GOP, while 35% had a favorable opinion. The GOP's record low favorability came in September 2017, during the start of Trump's first term in office, when 29% of the public had a favorable opinion of the Republican Party and 62% had an unfavorable opinion. So maybe all the years that you went after Trump and lied and people found out about it and deceiving people has finally caught up to this party. That people are realizing, hey, you're part of the same duopoly. You're on the same coin. You're both owned by Wall Street. You're both pro-war. You're anti-worker. You don't stand for anything. And you're just scamming people left, right, and center. Even their most vital issue, abortion. They didn't codify Roe v. Wade. So what'd they do? They're asking people for money. Oh, because the GOP and Trump, revoked Roe v. Wade and abortion rights. I need you to pledge more money for me so I can pretend to fight for this issue, even though I didn't. You wonder why you're losing. You wonder why you're losing to a losing party. The Democrats' siding favorability appears to be fueled by party members souring on the party and its leadership. In the recent survey, 52% of surveyed Democrats and Democrat-leaning independents say the party's leadership is taking the party in the wrong direction, while 48% said they are taking the party in the right direction. That's because they saw Oprah and they fangirled her. The last time the Republican Party held the White House and both chambers of Congress in 2017, 52% said they were leading the party in the right direction, and 36% said they were leading the party in the wrong direction. Surveyed Democrats and Democrat-leading independents also said that they want their leaders to have different goals from what they said in the 2017 survey. Today, 57% said that they want their Democratic Party to work to stop the GOP agenda, while 42% said they want the party to work with the Republicans. In September 2017, 74% want the party to work with Republicans, while 23% want their party to work to stop the GOP agenda. So look at that. 2017, they want more cooperation with the two parties, as opposed to today, where now they want less cooperation and more aggression. But even though, again, they're two sides of the same coin, they're not fighting for you whatsoever. Majority of the establishment, except for people like Thomas Massie and Matt Gaetz, who is now kicked out of office, none of these people really represent you. And that's why they can barely get 40% popularity. Like I said, the Democratic Party is losing to a losing party. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Especially when they haven't fought for anything consistent over the past few years. Even when they had control of the House and Senate and Congress and everything. Even when they had the full leverage to do miraculous things, to do what they pledged for, they didn't do it. They didn't fight for a public option. They didn't run for protecting workers. They didn't fix the water in Flint, Michigan. They didn't do anything except pledge for more wars and further demise the destruction of middle-class people. That's all they've done. And censor people. Censor the people that criticize them. The survey included 1,206 respondents and has a margin of error of 3.3 percentage points. So you think that the Democrats consistently losing and not getting any further ahead in favorability, that maybe this would be the opportunity to do some soul searching, look back, figure out where they went wrong, maybe try a different approach, maybe actually reconnecting with working class people instead of going to get the suburban Republicans. Remember, that was Chuck Schumer's idea? Hey, for every blue-collar city worker we lose, we'll just go to the Republican suburbanites. And you can do that all over the place. That was their message back in 2016. And you wonder why Trump won. So you think that they would, regroup and try to figure this out. But no, they decide to go the typical Democratic fashion by doing a little skit here. So this guy, Eric Daugherty, says, just in, House Democrats release new Choose Your Fighter skit to entice their base. You want to see this? Because this is hilarious. It's hilarious, and it's also sad. It's very, very, very sad, but hilarious at the same time. Choose your character. Oh, man. I just want to take the time to apologize to not only people that were Democrats their whole life and just decided, screw this, they're not helping me whatsoever, and apologize to America as a whole, but also apologize to the Street Fighter community and the arcade playing gamers altogether. Because that was an embarrassment. That was an ultimate embarrassment. And you notice how in all the footage, all the different Democrats, all the different politicians they went through, not one of them, not one of their descriptions ever mentioned an actual policy they're fighting for. You notice that? Like let's watch this again, just to show you. So, this lady, Suli Jessica Wu, I don't know who she is, but all it says underneath her, bento box queen, mommy of the century, sleep deprived. This is in your Tinder bio. You're not trying to win a date here. This is you're supposed to be a politician, meaning that you're supposed to campaign on what you're going to fight for if someone elected you into office. I really don't care that you like bento boxes and are sleep deprived. Most people are sleep deprived and most people are sleeping on streets. So maybe you should focus on that. Maybe you should take what little energy you apparently have and fight for policies that affect that help homeless people. Maybe do that. There's AOC, New York's 14th congressional district, youngest woman and Latina to be elected in the House. I don't know what treacle is. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's a euphemism for something. But again, we know this. We already know. Like, you're stating the obvious. This is not building your profile. You're supposed to campaign for something. And this is just absolutely empty. So why would I be interested in this? Why would I care about this? Why would anyone care about this? But, oh, they do cool super moves, and they do, like, Street Fighter. Like, who is this enticing? Who is this going to motivate? No one. So, this Representative Catherine Clark, House Minority Whip, okay, Massachusetts 5th Congressional District, not into hair dye. I feel like these are things you'd be asking a prompt when on a dating profile, not running for a spot in the House. Like, it's just it's so bad. It's so bad. It's laughable that they think that this is a winning argument. They think that this video is going to entice people. It's going to motivate people. How? You don't state anything. This is just pointless. It really is pointless. And you notice the other two, not a morning person, and sprained 2 fingers. I now I'm curious why you sprained 2 fingers, because if you can't, fight for a policy, what have you been doing? How'd you sprain 2 fingers when you barely make it to office? Jeez. That is just sad. It's, again, I apologize to the greater American community and the gamer community for being enticed unwillingly to the Democratic Party. Why would you? No. Why? No. Why even bother doing this? And you wonder why, sadly, they're losing to a losing party like the Republicans. Like, neither side is gaining any votes. Neither side has any favorability. There's no credit to the two establishment parties. And that's why majority of people want a revolution. And for someone like Bernie Sanders, who said it consistently over the years that he wanted a revolution, that we had to start something outside the two-party duopoly, completely failed people and cozied right up to the Democratic Party, has now become the ultimate cuck for the Democratic Party, which goes to show you they're completely empty. They have no principle, they have no morals, they have no ethics, they have no obligation to serve you. It's just worthless. It's just worthless. But hey, now you know that great video that surfaced that's really gonna entice people. This is from Newswire. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez seen as leader of the Democratic Party, with Kamala Harris close behind. Are they joking? Are they friggin' joking? You realize that people who supported her completely abandoned her. You realize Kamala Harris never ran on anything. That's why it was pretty much a cakewalk for Trump. Because she never ran on anything. She had no policies. She had no initiatives whatsoever. She just brought a bunch of celebrities and furthered the debt of the Democratic Party. Now they own $20 billion in debt? Because, they brought Oprah on stage and they screamed about abortion. How's that going to help someone that's starving on the street? How's that going to help someone when they get poison, contaminated water for how many years? So they're trying to push Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez down the throats of the Democratic Party, with Kamala Harris close behind. Do they honestly think that they have a chance at this point? Considering that AOC is completely bought out. Again, are they running because they think of this video as great? How is this going to be convincing enough to run the Democratic Party ticket? Because she's got nothing. She's got absolutely nothing. Everything that she campaigned for and got herself into office, she has failed you. She has completely failed you. So why do they think that something like this could go to something like this? Why would they think that? What intentions do they have to push AOC down the throats of people thinking that she's gonna lead the party and usher a Democratic victory, when people already know that she is just absolutely a betrayer to her own constituents? She doesn't represent the working class people and actually goes against the working class people, because she cozies up to people like Nancy Pelosi, Mama Bear. Just an absolute trek, just an absolute wreck. And that's why they're losing to the Republican Party that can barely reach 40% popularity. That's why you have two losing parties, and the country is the way that is right now.